Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. You know, being a kid of the 80s and 90s, I always had this dream of having an arcade machine at the house. I mean, we would go to the arcade, me and my brother, and we would just take bags of quarters, and we would have such a good time. And there was something about that, about the noise, the sounds, the lights, all that, man. It was just so awesome. Banging on those buttons all day long, it was great. And then a few years ago, I actually did. I was able to get an original Street Fighter cabinet, and so it was a little abused, a little beat up, but I was able to go through that thing completely restored, all new decals, all new buttons and joysticks and wiring and everything. And I love that thing. It was great. But the reality of having your own arcade machine eventually sets in. The thing weighs about 350 pounds. It's not small. It doesn't really fit anywhere. Your wife hates it. So I basically had to downsize. Now this is actually one of the older videos on my channel. This is what I have now. This is my little custom Bartop kit. It's from Game Room Solutions. It uses a 19-inch computer monitor. You have to supply your own buttons and joysticks. But they send you the templates in Photoshop so you can design all the artwork yourself. So all that was designed by me. Not bragging, but it turned out really nice. They send instructions. It goes together really well. So it's a very well-made kit. And this is one of my favorite games, if not my most favorite arcade game. It was Alien vs. Predators, Capcom. It's a beat 'em up. And it never saw a home release, so it's something I've always been really partial to. So in 2018, a company called Arcade1up came out with a line of 3/4 scale arcade machines. Now they were about 4 foot tall, weighed roughly 60 pounds, and came in a variety of different titles. And each title had 3 to 4 different games within that same genre. For example, the Street Fighter cabinet of the first year contained 3 Street Fighter 2 games. And this year they've already released 5 cabinets, most notably the Mortal Kombat cabinet, which contains Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. Now these are the arcade versions, not the NES or Super NES or Genesis versions. And so just when you think you've been a good boy and you've avoided temptation, Arcade1up does something like this. Forbes is reporting that they just announced, I believe they announced this yesterday, 2 new cabinets from Arcade1up. Marvel Superheroes and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The Marvel Superheroes cabinet is going to come with Marvel Superheroes, X-Men Children of the Atom, and Punisher, which is like a side-scrolling beat 'em up. So 3 really good games, but I actually had those on my Bartop, so wasn't that interested. This one's kind of gets me. The Ninja Turtle cabinet gets me because it's got the 4 players. 4-player action right there on the same screen. I don't know how cramped that's going to be. The Arcade1up machines are not, very wide. It looks like it's the same overall size, except for the obviously the controller or the control deck is much larger to accommodate the 2 extra players. But I could see that maybe getting a little cramped. But this is something that, I mean, this is tempting. Now it's going to be $50 more. I think it's going to retail for $349 versus the $299 of all the other cabinets. But this looks really cool. So yeah, that's the Superheroes cabinet. So yeah, you got me interested. You got me intrigued. Arcade1up. Now E3 is not over yet. There were some rumors about a Konami cabinet with the 4-player setup that was going to have the X-Men, which was a different game than X-Men Children of the Atom. It was actually a side-scrolling beat 'em up with all the original X-Men. Some of the cabinets actually had 6 players. So that was like the massive cabinet back in the day. That thing was just ridiculous. So there you go. 2 more cabinets from Arcade1up. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Like, subscribe if you don't mind. Y'all have a blessed day, and I will see y'all next time.